be a little bit drowsy or maybe even just tired from work today or going through the busy day, now we can come and sit together to kind of recharge ourselves and go to that true happiness that's inside of us, which is the topic I was going to talk about again today, which is kind of a review, but I think it would be beneficial for anyone new and also for even for those of us who are veterans. We always have to kind of go back and review the basics. So, as we all know, everyone has something in common. Everyone has something in common, no matter the differences, no matter the where we come from, what we believe. I think we can all agree that we all search for true happiness. We all are looking for happiness, whether you're a human, whether you're an animal. It's a common instinct that we want to be happy. You know, Lum Pa would say that. Lum Pa would say that you know, we want to eat happily, we want to sleep happily, we want to do our job happily. Everything we wish to be happy. But the problem is we are still looking for that true happiness. The happiness that we see on the outside, for the most part, it's very temporary. It's not a happiness that lasts. It's a high and then a low, or sometimes it's never consistent because it's not the true happiness that we need to find. So everyone all over the world, no matter where you come from, we're looking for that true happiness. So where do we look? Some people, we like to travel. Travel to that place, this place, try to find something interesting, a new place, new environment, new country, new culture, new food, everything new so we can experience something different. And we think a lot of things about human, it's funny, we want something that we don't have, or we want something that's different from us, right? In Thailand, we would like to go to somewhere cool in Chiang Mai, go into the mountains and relax. Or we have to go to somewhere cold. We enjoy that. We don't want to go into the sun. But in America, we like to go to Florida, go to the South, go to Mexico, go to somewhere that is warm and sunny so we can enjoy the warm weather. Like me, I used to be from Chicago in Illinois, which is very cold. And I always wanted to be happy. I was happy to come to Thailand because it's like time to go to the beach, go to Phuket, go to, the southern provinces in Thailand where it's, crystal clear water and lovely ocean. But the same thing. We want to travel to what is the opposite of what we have. But like I mentioned last time, when we travel there, it's very tiring. It's tiring from the moment we travel, the moment we get there, and then even when we go sightsee, when we do everything, it's not always as happy and relaxing as we would think. So we travel somewhere else. Some people look for happiness in people, right? Everyone is maybe more social than others, but in the final thing, we are human and we are social beings. So there's always something that we're looking for, right? We're looking for companionship. We're looking for a friend or a partner or someone. And some people, they rely on people to be their happiness, right? And unfortunately, as we all know, people have greed, anger, delusion, and sometimes we hurt each other even though we love each other. So it's not always happy time, not always true happiness. And sometimes it's even suffering, right? When we lose the people we actually like or we love, right? We lose them and then we suffer. So I don't know if that's true happiness. And obviously some people look for happiness in wealth and success and fame, right? But as we all know, it's kind of a cycle. I love the example from Lum Pa. He said that it's funny, people who have money, They want to go, sometimes they want to buy they want to exchange it. So he gave the example like the merchant who sells gold, he wants money. But the person who is buying it, they want gold. So he said, if gold is so great, why don't they keep it? Why do they need to sell it? Why do they need to give it away? Because it's not the thing that they need. They need the money so they can go buy something else. So again, it's just this cycle of exchanging, whether it's we want to buy the person selling the diamonds, they want maybe gold or money. And then the person who wants to buy the diamond, they want the diamond to go give to someone or to also keep. So it's this cycle of just exchanging, and one person's satisfied and the other person is satisfied, but eventually they always need to keep doing it to get more and more. So it's not true happiness, unfortunately. It can definitely make us life more convenient, but in the long run, it's still a constant search for more. So, like I mentioned, true happiness is everyone's goal. But luckily for us, we're looking in the right place, right? We're looking for the right place, which is within our mind. The Buddha said that Nati Santi Parang Sukhang is a Bali phrase from him, which means that there is no happiness beyond the serenity of the mind. This is something that he mentioned, but for us, it's something that we need to discover for ourselves and kind of, as he would say, is ehipasiko, meaning come and see, come and discover for yourself, come and don't just listen to his words and believe it, but go and try and do it for yourself and see if these words ring true to you when you go and practice. And you'll start to see that, oh yeah, isn't it amazing that when you just sit still and you're not doing anything, you're not moving, you're not putting any effort in that much, and then all of a sudden you start to feel content. All of a sudden you start to feel calm. All of a sudden you start to feel more relaxed. And some of us feel that joy that comes out of nowhere. We may feel like it's coming out of nowhere, but it's actually coming from within you. And that's that serenity of mind that I'm sure many of us who have been joining all the time are being able to experience more deeply, right? That small glimpses of that serenity and that small glimpse of happiness as it gets more and more. So we come to our great master Luang Pu. In our tradition, he mentioned that these are 5 words, 5 special words. We would say very powerful words, which is stop is the key to success, right? Sorry, 6 words. In Thai, it's 5. In English, it's 6. Anyway, these words are very powerful. And if you practice it more deeply, right, and you connect to that, learn how to stop your mind. You're going to go back to the first phrase from the Buddha, which is Nati Santi Parang Sukhang. You're going to start to see that, okay, to get to that serenity, we need to learn how to stop the mind and make it still. And if we do that, it's not only success in meditation, but also in life. Because as I mentioned before, if your mind is in the right place, your mind is in a positive place, in a positive state, it's obviously going to help you to live a positive life, make the positive decision, make the right decision at the right time, which is very hard if you don't have a clear and bright mind, which can only come from this phrase right here. Sorry, my picture is covering it. Stop is the key to success. So let's have a little review. So please share, what do you think is the main goal of meditation? I'll give you a second. What is the main goal of meditation? Hopefully, see, there's no real, for those of us who are joining often, we should get this correct. Enlightenment from Timothy. Vanessa, purify the mind. Nadine, clear the mind and emotional regulation. Daphne, insight and reality. Inner peace, Deborah. Fu, peace. Get well and help sickness, Tan. Everyone question. There actually is no real. These are all great answers. These are all great answers. Self-development. All right, great. These are all actually very good answers. Avoiding being trapped in samsara. Oh, this is very, very deep answer. Clean my mind, right? Okay, Elsa. Shu Qing, help weakness. Yes. Wow, everyone actually, if this was a test, you would all get 100 points right now. But there's one thing that we have to focus on when we meditate is we should meditate for happiness. Meditate to get happiness. That is one of the basic goals of meditation, is to clean and clear your mind so that you feel happy from within. The enlightenment, of course, that's a very high goal. And then also the self-development and all avoiding being trapped in samsara. These are all very high goals. But for ourselves, when we come to practice meditation, all these answers are great. But when we come and sit down, we need to just think of one thing, which is we're coming here to relax. We're coming here to find some happiness inside. So don't put your goal too high. If you put your goal like, this session, I'm going to attain enlightenment. This session, I'm going to learn about myself deeply. This session, I'm going to, the higher the goal, the more expectation. And when you do that, it's going to make your meditation a little bit harder because where our mind isn't stopping, our mind is already in motion, expecting something more than, so it's good to have that goal. I'm not saying don't have the goal to I want to get enlightenment or I want to learn deeper about myself or I want to do that. But just for in practice sense, let's put our goal just to relax, to clear our minds, clean our mind, and we're going to feel happy. This is something that all my teaching monks, whether it's Lompa, whether it's all the teaching monks that I also have to tutor with or talk to, they always ask every week that I also have to go and see every week. Every week, they always ask, when you meditate, how do you feel? No matter what you see, no matter what you experience, no matter how, falling sensation, expanding, see brightness, see that, see this, always come back to how do you feel? Do you feel happy when you meditate? Do you feel relaxed? And he said, don't forget you're meditating to feel relaxed and happy. So sometimes it's very possible to sit and see something if you practice often, right? Some of you may be able to see some things or observe some things within your mind. But if you're sitting there and you see something, but you don't feel happy, what's the point? It's not making you feel better. So don't focus on it. Focus on just relaxing. Focus on improving your meditation to feel happy. And that's what I have to do all the time and remind myself all the time to do that. Because if you focus, for those of us who practice meditation often, if you focus on change your goal from coming to relax, coming to just let go and start to have this want to improve, want to develop, we go back to the old habits of having desire and putting too much effort into our meditation. So that's just something that we have to be aware of sometimes. Don't forget, this is not a job. This isn't time to clock in to meditate. It's time for us to come together and, just relax. And that happiness will come automatically as long as you relax your body and calm your mind. That happiness is going to come bit by bit. Oh, that took longer than I thought. Didn't even go into the details yet, but before we start the meditation, just to review you, remind you, take it easy, because relaxation and comfort is our goal right now in meditation. So don't put the goal too high, okay? As long as you take it easy, take it slow, don't rush, and relax the best you can, your meditation is gonna be very smooth if you put your goal in the right place. And just to remind you, as Lom Paul would say, being comfortable is the heart of meditation. Sati, which is a Bali word, conscious, and sabai, comfort, must always go together. So as he mentioned, this is the heart. This is the heart of meditation. So don't forget to have that heart. Don't forget to feel comfortable and have sati, or have consciousness, and have sabai, which is be comfortable. We need those two together throughout your whole meditation. Okay, so after the meditation, we'll see if we have time to continue. But for now, from Jessie, she said, sati 50%, sabai 50% equals 100% mindful meditation. Yes, you can think of it that way, but don't be too focused. Like, am I right now I'm 49%, and right now I'm 39%. Don't have to be that exact, but just have that feeling that, okay, I have both. And if you have both, usually what happens is you'll feel it. You'll feel that balance. The question is, how do I know I have both? You have to check that as you meditate, you feel like there's no obstacle. There's no wandering, there's no sleepiness, there's no tension. You're gonna feel like everything's good. Everything's fine. That's what you're gonna feel. And that means you have both things in balance. But the moment they're not in balance, something is gonna come up. Whether it's wandering mind, whether it's sleepiness, whether it's tension, these things are all coming in because it's not in balance. So if it's not in balance, like we always say, just adjust as soon as possible. So let's take our time right now to meditate. Before we start, like always, please take some time to adjust your body, adjust your mind, and let's see if we can look for true happiness in the right place together. Sorry. So like always, no matter how often we meditate, or even if this is our first time, we always have to start the same, by taking it easy, taking it slow, adjusting our body to find a comfortable, relaxing position. Every day is different. Every session can be different. So don't overlook this simple but crucial step. Once you find a comfortable position, we can slowly and gently, naturally close our eyes, the same way we would when we sleep. Not thinking too much, just closing them naturally, gently. And then for the rest of the meditation, we can forget about them. Because in meditation, we don't use our eyes. What we see and experience in meditation comes from the feeling of happiness, of relaxation, that can only come from a body that is relaxed and a mind that is calm. So we need to make sure that we are relaxed physically first. As long as we can adjust to feel more relaxed and comfortable than when we started. Making sure that we relax and release every single muscle. Breathing in deeply, exhaling slowly. Helping us to relax and release. As we breathe in the positivity, the relaxation, allow it to enter your body. As you put your focus softly and gently on your breath. As you breathe in, past your nose, into your lungs, expanding the relaxation as it spreads to every corner, every muscle, helping to soothe, helping to relax, helping to melt away any tension, any tightness, making us feel loose, making us feel relaxed. Relaxing and releasing every muscle. The more we relax, the easier it will be, not only for your mind to become still, but also creating a foundation that will make the rest of our meditation smooth and easy. The more we relax, the more our body will begin to fade away. As we begin to disconnect, as we disconnect physically, mentally, our mind will begin to connect to the true happiness waiting for you inside. All we need to do now is to continue to relax, allowing your mind to settle down which will happen naturally. It's not something that we can rush. It's not something we can force. It's like a glass of water. Our whole life, we spend stirring that glass, filling it with many things. But when we come to meditate, all we need to do is put that glass down, stop stirring, and allow the water in the glass to settle down on its own, which it will, as long as we leave it alone and we are patient, allowing the process to happen. Even though we can't rush it or force it, what we can do is observe. As well as helping and guiding our mind, making sure we don't continue to stir it by using whatever method that is easy for you at this time, whether it's simply letting go, placing your attention wherever you feel relaxed, or for some of us, we may feel that our mind is distracted and we need something to help us let go. So we can use the mantra. If we have a lot of mental noise, a lot of thoughts, whether that noise is coming from within you or around you, we can use the mantra. Repeating softly and gently. Samma araham. Samma araham. Samma araham. Samma araham is a Bali phrase, a powerful one, a special one, discovered by the meditation master, Lung Pu, the rediscoverer of the Dhammakaya meditation. So every time we repeat Samma Araham, these are words of purity, helping to cleanse your mind, helping to free your mind from any negativity, any distractions. Just keep repeating. Allow the sound to come from within you, not from your brain, but as if that sound is coming from another place. From a source within you. calling your mind to become still. Or you can visualize the sun, the moon, the stars. Whatever you find is easy and simple for you. You can even imagine an ice cube. But again, it's not about making the image clear. Because when we use our minds to visualize, we're not using our eyes. We're using our feeling, using our mental eye. Which we need to use relaxation and calmness. And that image will get clear on its own. The key is to use your feeling. For example, if you imagine the ice cube, try to feel the coolness. Imagine the coolness within you. Almost like you have an aura of freshness, of coolness within you. As it begins to expand, making us feel cool and calm. Or if you imagine the sun, you may feel the warmth shining from within you, where you feel comfortable. Feel the warmth expanding. Whatever method we use, we need to follow the feeling of comfort, the feeling of relaxation. Our mind can only become still when it's at ease, which means we need to use a method that helps your mind to become calm and relaxed. And that's only possible if the method you use feels easy. And as you use it, you feel more relaxed, more calm. Gradually, eventually, the true happiness we're searching for, it will begin to arise. We don't need to search. It will come as we create the foundation of relaxation, of calm. It's like our mind becomes a magnet, becoming more powerful, becoming more strong. pulling the happiness to you, attracting the clear and bright mind, attracting more and more happiness, and repelling any negativity. The more calm and relaxed your mind becomes, the more powerful, the more clear and bright it becomes. It's like we create a shield, a barrier, protecting us from any negative thoughts, any distractions. As we follow the relaxation, we will feel more and more calm, more and more relaxed. But we will also feel fresh, as if we're being recharged. So let's continue with that feeling, allowing our mind to settle down. All we need to do is to be a good observer. Observing the feeling. As long as we feel balanced, we feel conscious and comfortable. Every second that passes, we are on the road of happiness. We are on the path, the correct path. The longer we stay on this path, the more our mind will become clear and bright and positive. Our mind will heal itself. Just give it time. Stay calm and content. Keep your mind in the present. So let's enjoy the meditation together in silence. Now that our mind has taken the time to settle down, we may notice that we feel more happy, more calm, almost as if our mind is more clean. It's a purity that we can feel, where we feel fresh, now it's the perfect time to spread that feeling. Allowing it to flow, allowing it to expand, almost as if that positive feeling inside of us is like a sphere of positive energy glowing within you or in front of you, covering you, however you would like. If you can't imagine it, you can just feel it. For some of us, it may feel warm, comforting. For some of us, it may feel cool and calming. However it feels. Try to imagine it expanding from within you, making you feel more calm, more relaxed. As you expand out, forming a smile on your face, a smile of true happiness, of contentment. And we continue to expand out, expanding out into your room, continuing this spread, covering your house, expanding out the best you can. We can do this by visualizing or just having the idea that it's happening. At this moment, it's a good opportunity to spread your love and kindness, your good thoughts, your positive wishes to your loved ones, your friends, slowly expanding out, wishing for everyone to be healthy, to be happy, to be free from any suffering, or even if they have passed on, May the positive energy that you have go to them, no matter the distance. You can imagine as if the whole world is just a small sphere within you, as if our whole body is covering the world. And we can wish for everyone and everything wishing for everyone, everything to be free from suffering. Those who are happy, may their happiness increase. And most importantly, may every being have the chance and opportunity to meditate so they can attain the true happiness within them. Once we finished, we can softly and gently bring our attention back to ourselves, trying to feel the comfort within you. Whether it's in front of you, inside of you, wherever you feel positive. And we can rest our mind, continue to relax. Sabba Buddha Nupavena, Sabba Dhamma Nupavena, Sabba Sangha Nupavena, Sada Soti Bhavantu Te. By the positivity generated within you from taking the time to meditate, help bless you in every way, making our life more clear, more bright, more positive. And when we are ready, we may softly and gently open our eyes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. as we're waiting for everyone, for those of us who are back, we can move on to our small group photo before we continue with the Q&A. Hopefully you can, if you're convenient, turn on your camera and we can share your inner peace smile to everyone here.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel. Just a wonderful guided meditations. And yeah, please feel free to turn on your camera and sharing your happy smile to everyone. Keep smile. I think the photo has been taken. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. And yeah, like Monk Daniel said, now we're gonna move to Q&A session. If you have meditation experience would like to share, feel free to type in the chat box. Also, if you would like to ask questions or any inquiry that you may have, feel free as well. And may I transition back to Monk Daniel for Q&A session, please.
Yes, like always, please give me a small survey of how you feel from 1 to 5, whether even if it's a 1. Vanessa, is that a 1? I'm not sure. Or anywhere on the scale, that would be wonderful to share. And if you can expand on, other than the number, how you felt, that'd be wonderful. And for, I guess as we're waiting, if you have any questions, any one experience you want to share, or like if you had any difficulty today, that's okay. You can also share that, because I'm sure it will help not only yourself but also anyone else listening. Maybe we have similar problems, similar obstacle, and then we can help each other to kind of work around it. So we have some 4s and 5s. Vanessa, 1.5. I'm sorry. Hopefully it can get better later. A 1.5 is still almost there. It's good. At least you have the time to come and meditate. So that's a good step. It's only going to get better if you keep meditating. And maybe you can share maybe why was it like that. That would be good. From Tafin, today, 4 today, but sleepy after the warm weather has turned cooler. That's good. At least you got the 4, got a good experience. You felt some happiness, right? And if you feel like a little bit sleepy, don't forget to, if you are aware of it, try to adjust. Whether it's to use the mantra, use the visualization, or just open your eyes. Oh, okay, from Vanessa. It was a tough session for me. My sleep was bad, but also I'm very sad today. Sometimes communication can be fearful and rejectful, and that is painful to me. I feel like withdrawing from attachment so I don't suffer from people being selfish and rejectful. So it goes back to the beginning of our topic. But thank you, first of all, for sharing, because I know maybe it's not easy to share to everyone how you're feeling today, especially on a bad day. But I think this is a good indicator. It's a good thing for us to realize that, if we rely happiness from people, we're going to have days like this, right? Where some days people aren't always good, right? And sometimes that can make us feel painful, or we can have, suffering from interaction with people. which is something we can't necessarily avoid completely unless, you know, you go in seclusion by yourself, which seems like a good idea. But if you don't practice meditation, eventually, even if you're in seclusion and you're not around anyone at all, there's still something you have to overcome, which is your own mind. So even if you're alone and you don't practice meditation, it's hard to find happiness, actually. Like my Paul would say, first step is to find happy mind. If you don't have happy mind, no matter where you go, no matter who you meet, you're not going to be happy, right? It's all about your mind first, mindset. So in this case, as we realize that, okay, we met some people who made us feel upset, I think it's a good thing to reflect on that, okay, now moving forward, we know that we need to encounter people like that in the future. So first of all, we need to learn to forgive and forget, forgive and forget them, and realize that, you know, everyone has a moment of where they mess up, because we all have greed, anger, and delusion in our minds, more than others. Some have more than others, but it's kind of like viewing it like this, like if someone is like sick, right, we feel sorry for them, right? We feel empathy for them, and we don't get angry at them if they're sick or something like that, or we know that they're not themselves, right? For example, if someone is like very dizzy or very, you know, out of their consciousness is very low, maybe they're drunk or something, we know that, okay, they're under the influence of something and they didn't mean what they said or what they did. And that's something that you have to reflect on sometimes, where the greed, anger, and delusion of them took over and made them say or do something that they regret. And in that case, it's easier to accept if you realize that even you have greed, anger, and delusion, and sometimes that takes it over and makes you do bad things or say bad things to other people. So it's kind of like a cycle that we say bad things, we do bad things to others, and unfortunately it comes back to us. So ideally, if it comes to us, we just need to reflect that, okay, maybe it's because we sent out that bad energy or we did something bad to others in the past. So it's kind of just coming full circle back to you. And all we can really do now is to stop the cycle, meaning that don't continue to fight it. Don't continue to increase or put gasoline on the fire or add fuel to the fire, and try to just send out positivity instead. Or sometimes silence is the best answer and just get out of the situation and go, you know, meditate and kind of look after yourself. And in this case, I know you couldn't focus on the mantra or inner peace more than 10 seconds, but 10 seconds is a long time. I'm actually surprised that you can get still 10 seconds or stay with the mantra 10 seconds, even though you felt, you know, a lot of conflict from what the situation. So 10 seconds is actually, I thought you were going to say like 1 second or just couldn't do it at all. So just 10 seconds is actually really good. And then just try to get back to those 10 seconds often. And before you know it, you have a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes that you've collected. So even though it may seem like the meditation wasn't as good as before, but at least you took the time to kind of get rid of the negative feeling you have from the others. So that's a good step. And please continue after this session. Keep going and try to get rid of that lingering feeling of negativity from them, because it's strange, like they did it to you or said something to you and they already moved on. They're continuing their life doing something else, but we still are lingering with that action or that word. And it's like they had something like that smelled bad and they throw it on you and then they keep going. And then instead of you just going, cleaning yourself or getting rid of the thing, you kind of just let it sit there and you just like stay with the smelliness. So right now you're doing the right thing, which is okay, go meditate, clean yourself, maybe take a shower first physically so you feel good, and then mentally try to clean that feeling out as soon as possible. And don't let it linger. So you're doing the right thing. Just keep going. And I'm sure you'll feel better soon. Hopefully, I think is it morning over there or afternoon? You can try to meditate or continue to meditate after the session. Try to not, whenever you have a negative day, just a tip for everyone that if you have a bad day, don't sleep on that negativity. Don't let it carry over to the next day. Try to sit and meditate until you feel at least neutral, and then go to sleep. Try to clear it. Don't go to sleep on a negative mind. This is something that Kun Yai, our great master nun, she always gave that advice. Like she said, you can get angry with each other, have an argument, but don't sleep on it. Don't carry it. Don't keep that argument or that resentment in your mind until the next day. Try to get it out as quickly as possible. And if it's not gone yet, keep meditating until it's gone. She would say that. Okay. Hopefully that helps. It's a long answer. From Jesse. From going back. From Pam, 4 points due to busy Monday and have some light thoughts about work, still play on and on at the beginning, able to get some peaceful moment at the end. Thank you very much. Yes, if you have a busy day, unfortunately, it's gonna, like I mentioned, it's like your glass, right? You stirred it a lot. So you just need to put that glass on the table right now and let it settle, which may take longer than normal because you stir it a lot. But you don't need to sometimes you get frustrated why it's taking long, but if you kind of put your mindset that, okay, today was busy, that means it's gonna be longer to still my mind. And if you talk to yourself and kind of put yourself in that mindset in the beginning, you're not gonna go into the meditation with that expectation that it needs to get still quick. And it's gonna help you to it's actually gonna help you to still quicker because you're not like expecting and forcing it to happen, but you just kind of accept it. Okay, today you surrender to the fact that today is gonna take longer. And when you surrender and accept the fact, it's weird. It's like your mind actually lets go easier and it will still faster. So it's just a tip. Okay, from Yo. Thank you, Monk Daniel, for guiding us and giving us valuable advice. I follow the idea of meditating at least an hour a day and became a norm after my busy travels. Wow, very good. I'm actually really happy to hear that you made it an hour a day as a normal for you, and make it a habit. The key thing is consistency, and if you can really get that hour a day, it's gonna go a long way. It's not like, in the West we say like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, if you meditate an hour a day, it's not only gonna keep your healthy body, but also a healthy mind, which is more important than everything. So especially right now, this period of time in the rainy retreat, try to maintain an hour a day, and your meditation is going to get, as you said, it's going to feel normal. And you may get to the point where you feel like it's, like I got to the point now that if I don't meditate, I feel strange. So if you feel that way, that's a good thing, because it means that it's like if you don't take a shower for a long time, you're going to feel dirty, right? If you meditate often, you're going to get more used to what does it feel to have a clear and bright mind. what does it feel like to have a peaceful mind? You're going to start to get used to that more and more, and you're going to want to maintain it. Like if you clean your house often and you keep your environment nice and orderly, you're going to enjoy it and like want to keep it that way. So your mind is the same. From Adele. Question: speaking of happiness, how can you categorize our life's accomplishments? I think there's different degrees of happiness. But when you speak about true happiness, it's about a happiness that is generated independently from anything else, meaning it's coming from you created. So the accomplishments, I would categorize it as sources of temporary happiness, where we feel accomplished, but if it's not the true goal of, I don't know how deep we can go with this, but the different accomplishments, whether it's, finishing school, getting a new degree, or getting a new job, these are all temporary accomplishments that, unfortunately, it only brings us joy and that feeling of accomplishment for a short time before it's kind of, we feel neutral with it, or we don't even feel that good about it anymore. So ideally, if we can, our main accomplishment in life would to, in Buddhist philosophy, or just in Lumpur would say, is to attain the true happiness within you, which we're still not at that point. We still feel happiness for a little bit, but as you cultivate your mind more deeply, as some people mentioned in the beginning about enlightenment and about freeing your mind completely, this is a main goal that we can, the most important life accomplishment that we should focus on is practicing meditation to the point of where you can maintain that happy feeling that you feel all day, which you can. Just keep going. And from Vanessa, she said, I can only maintain it for 10 seconds. But for some days, we can maintain it longer than that. And if you keep practicing, some sessions you feel that whole hour, you felt happy, you felt peaceful. So you can get to, it's just 1 hour. Now you need another 23 and you can do it all day. From Jesse, from P. Daniel, every day I need to source for frozen raw material, either shrimp, fish, or chicken. Will it be good for ourselves in long run? Please advise. You mean ordering? I'll wait for you to reply. If you mean like ordering stock for your job to get more shrimp, more fish, more chicken, okay. I'll come back to that question in a moment. From Edwin, happiness may not be exactly equal to accomplishment. People can also get happiness even they don't have any accomplishments in others' eyes. But you can say that getting real happiness can, in a way, be our life's biggest accomplishment. Beautiful answer, Edwin. Exactly. Our biggest life accomplishment, I would say, because in the end, no matter what you do, whether it's whatever you do it so we can feel happy in the end. We want to be happy. So whether it's getting a new job, getting a new degree, getting a partner, or whatever we feel as an accomplishment for ourselves, in the end, we're looking for that happiness. So to summarize, we need to get our biggest goal or biggest accomplishment is finding true happiness. And luckily for all of us here practicing meditation, you're looking in the right place, because happiness can only come from your mind. Happiness, as many of us may have heard before, happiness is a choice. It's not by chance. It's not by coincidence. You choose to be happy. Even you see it all the time. Like some people have horrible relationship. If other people look, for example, relationship, they're in a bad situation, but for some reason they still stay and they can kind of put their mindset in everything is okay. I feel happy, even though they don't. Or there's many examples, but basically, you can choose to be happy in any situation. And as we practice meditation more deeply, we're going to be able to be in control of our choice more easily than in the past. From Elsa, I love being in a group during these exercises, as it's good that I can practice. It is good that I can practice alone with repetition that I can put on the computer. Yes, I think you can rewatch the sessions they're on YouTube and also on Facebook. From Vanessa, it's afternoon, okay. Thank you so much, Lumpy Daniel. So true for lingering of negativity. So hard to go neutral on this. Yes, it's not easy to let go, but the only thing we can really do is give it time and try your best to meditate more and use the mantra and use the visualization to take your mind off of, don't linger with the negativity. The longer you linger with it, the stronger it's going to get. So it takes a little bit of effort, but you can overcome it. You can overcome it. Okay, from Tan. Okay, Tan. I meditated for 57 minutes, so I faced the unknown helper. She was with the black magic, so I needed to meditate longer, but at the end, I was more neutral and happy. When recollected the merit, I restarted meditation by using my technique. So I don't know what I faced, but two black box, so I needed longer time to clear clutter, and the helper was gone, so lucky for me. So one thing to make clear, whatever we see, whatever we feel, it's just thoughts. And they're not necessarily going to hurt you unless you allow it to hurt you, meaning that you can only hurt yourself with your own thoughts. And it's not going to, if you think nothing of it, it's not going to hurt you, right? Like, if you feel sad, if you feel angry, you're hurting yourself by thinking it. But it's not that thought is physically trying to harm you, right? So whatever you see, whatever you experience, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, try to just open your eyes and let it go. And as you said, don't worry about what it is or why we're seeing it. There's many things you can see. Some people, they even see, like something scary, whether it's like a ghost or something that they imagine in their mind. So don't worry. It's just your mind, okay? And sometimes it's random things may pop up. So if it pops up, don't worry. Open your eyes if it makes you feel scared, makes you feel uncomfortable, and just go back to using the mantra again or visualizing again. And as you did, it will help you overcome it automatically. From Jesse, today's meditation is good, although I see my sati level is higher up and down, like a roller coaster, but still feel relaxing and feel more deep and calming. Question: how to maintain straight line on sati? Any better tips to share, Lumpy? You mean that your mindfulness or your being conscious is going up and down, and how can you maintain it, right, in balance with being comfortable? So it's really about, as you're meditating and you feel really comfortable, it should feel like alert and fresh as well. Meaning that the more you go inside the meditation, it should feel like recharged, refreshed. But if you start to go inside and it starts to feel, at first it feels recharged and refreshed, but in the middle or towards the end, it starts to feel strange or feel like where am I? Or feel like you're starting to drift or something like that, that point is when you really need to, I would recommend just to open your eyes, because sometimes at that point we don't have the ability really to use the mantra again or use the visualization again. And just open your eyes to wake yourself up. Wake yourself up. And when you feel awake, feel alert again, then close your eyes. This is the best way to overcome sleepiness in my experience, until your mind, you train your mind to be used to being conscious and calm together. Daisy, when I meditate, I feel my brain is active and hard to enter the state like relax or calm. How can I get this state more quickly? Very good. I think a lot of people, when they first meditate, or even not even when you first meditate, but any day, you can have a very active mind, active brain. So to get to that state quickly is about letting go quickly. The sooner you let go, the sooner your mind will stop. But the problem is we can't let go, right? So we need to use the mantra and the visualization, or both together, to help you to let go quicker and help to keep your mind, instead of on 1,000 thoughts, your mind is on one thought, whether it's the mantra, the visualization. And through your maintaining of that mantra and visualization, from 10,000 thoughts, there'll be 1,000, be one, and then eventually it'll get down to 0. So just stay with the mantra, stay with the visualization, which in the beginning it will bounce back and forth. It's kind of like a small little fight, but don't get frustrated. Just if you find yourself going back to the thoughts again, okay, no problem. Just go back to using the mantra, go back to visualizing. Or in another scenario where the mantra or visualization doesn't help, just open your eyes. It will start. It's like our thoughts, if we get lost in them, sometimes it's hard to go back to the mantra or visualization. And in that sense, just open your eyes. Just cut it. It's like you're a director and you just say, cut. I don't want the movie to play anymore. I don't want the thoughts to play anymore. And just open your eyes. Open your eyes and see, is that thought gone? See, is your super active mind gone yet? If not, if it feels more calm, you can close your eyes again. And as you close your eyes again, try to use the mantra and visualization right away, as soon as possible. So it kind of creates like a barrier to protect your mind from being active again. Does that make sense? So just try to use the mantra and visualization, or whatever, both. You can also do that. See if it helps. I practice Kelly. I practice meditation several times. I find that when I'm practicing meditation, I feel calm and peaceful. I feel calm and peaceful with negative thoughts removed from my mind. However, a negative thought would come back quickly after meditation. What is the reason behind it? Oh. The one, I don't want to say, is it a sign? It's like when your mind becomes refined from meditation, more clear and bright from meditation, we're kind of more sensitive to our own emotions and also the environment around us, which is kind of like something we have to develop. But so that means that sometimes your mind is more susceptible to how you're feeling quicker. It means like you have more consciousness, you have more awareness of how you're feeling quicker than in the past. So sometimes that negativity can come back, or you may notice that the negativity is coming back. It's like after you meditate, your mind is clear and bright and happy. So you're used to that feeling and you enjoy that feeling, but all of a sudden the negativity comes back. Like in the past, maybe you don't even realize that it came back, and it's kind of just stuck in your mind, and you realize it later. But now, as you practice meditation more, it's kind of like you have a quicker awareness of how you feel. a quicker understanding of your emotions. So even though it comes back quickly, now we know how to deal with it, right? If it comes back quickly, that's no problem. It's because in the past, most of our life, we haven't had control of our mind, of thinking positive thinking and negative. We kind of just let everything come and go as it pleases. But now you kind of be more in control and aware. So when that negative thought comes again, even though it came back quickly, no problem. Now we know what to do. If that negative thought comes, don't linger with it and use the mantra or use the visualization to kind of like push it away as soon as possible. Don't allow it to linger in your mind. It's not a bad thing. It's just that your mind is, you're more aware of your feeling quicker. So it's normal, and now we know how to deal with it. Does that make sense? Okay, I think we're out of time. So I'm sorry if I didn't answer everyone's question. Anyway, I'll try to, if you have any questions next time, please, we can ask on Thursday too with the next monk. Anyway, so hopefully we continue to practice meditation, and please continue to practice not only today, but every day. And it's going to get easier and easier. Because the hardest thing in meditation is not practicing and not being consistent. And then eventually your mind is going to be filled with clutter, and it's going to take longer to get rid of it. So thank you, everyone, and hopefully we see each other very soon, next Monday. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Mark Daniel for guiding and sharing your valuable advice. And to wrap up the session, may I invite everyone to pay respect to Monk Daniel by bowing 3 times. Bow. Second bow. Third bow.
May the positivity that you generated within yourself from stilling your mind, calming your mind, may that positive energy pull and attract positive situations into your life, positive people, positive solutions. May that positivity of your mind help you to overcome any obstacle and be able to, most importantly, every time you meditate, may you be able to still your mind quickly and easily and attain that true happiness within you very soon.
Sadhu. So thank you everyone for joining today. I hope you have learned a lot, especially from the Q&A session. So we have learned from each other, whether from the questions or whether from the meditation experience that you are sharing. So please bring more friends to join. We will see each other on this coming Thursday. So please take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.